The use of forensic evidence will enable us to minimize human error and biases during criminal investigation and eventually prosecutions. Our learned colleagues in the judiciary will say it is better to free a guilty suspect than convict an innocent person. Another challenge we have to deal with on a regular basis is the lack of adequate mobility and operations. Of course, we've earlier mentioned the plans that are in the offing to ensure that those are mitigated. Most of our police stations don't have operational vehicles to respond to public calls for police assistance in a timely manner. Fortunately, in few weeks, this will largely be resolved. Digitalization of our workflow and records management is another area that we face serious challenges. For us to be more effective and efficient in our operations, the GPF needs to transition from paper-based documentation and work processes. Digitalized mode of work is faster and cheaper. The turnout of officers contributes immensely to their professionalism and self-confidence. Currently, we are not able to provide sufficient uniforms to all our officers, we must admit. However, significant efforts have been made to provide at least one pair of uniform to every officer with the intention of increasing that to 2 pairs in the next fiscal year. Model police stations and barracks for PIU and ACU personnel could be better. Plans are underway to construct 6 more model police stations in the regions to address this challenge. What is the way forward? Now, to chart a path forward, I would attempt to forecast the plans for the future. The administration is working with government and international partners to enhance the Gambia Police Force forensic capabilities. I won't give you specific details on this now, but discussions are ongoing for specialized training for officers, and procurement have been initiated to get tools for the forensic unit of the GPF. And here also I want to thank government for appropriating $5.3 million to support the forensic lab. We are also optimistic that in the next coming weeks, hopefully, inshallah, we will be supported with at least 20 vehicles to mitigate our operational challenge. We are getting closer and more closer to the budget bilaterals, and what we intend doing is to engage the Minister of Finance to possibly increase the budget line to enable us by supply uniform to every police officer at least 2 pairs annually. With the support from the European Union and the German Federal Police, in the year 2025, plans are at a very advanced stage. We will be able to construct 6 additional model police stations in Brikama, Farafenye. As we speak, construction of another model police station funded by the UNDP is 60% done. If all goes well and according to the timelines attached to the project deliverables, we should be able to inaugurate this station in November of this year. And it is located in Essew in Nyumi. Before I conclude, I want to talk about certain pertinent issues that is affecting not only Gambia Police Force, but this tiny and blessed nation of Mama Gambia. Issues about land dispute, drug abuse and peddling, hate speech. I think Gambians are renowned to be very honest, disciplined, and straightforward individuals. Discipline is a prerequisite for development in any society. More so, the security services. The servicemen and women in uniform come from society. I was a civilian 30 years ago. Never dreamt of putting on uniform. My plans were for other sectors. But this is predestination. It is God the Almighty who said I will wear a uniform up to a certain period in my life. But again, in the next couple of years to come, where I will proceed to start on statutory retirement, if I retire, I am not going to wear the uniform again. Essentially meaning, I was a civilian yesterday, but tomorrow I am going back to be a civilian again. Therefore, we are one and the same. And in view of this reality, it is important for us to inculcate discipline in our children and encourage decorum in our public discourse. Rhetoric in our public discourse is bellicose and very unpleasant because the name calling, hate speech, and outright personal insults directed at people that you disagree with. I think as Gambians, collectively, we can work towards completely eradicating this menace. This is alien to us, and we need to correct this disturbing departure from our refined manners. Democracy, we were told, does not mean people are free to do or say as they please. Democratic freedom comes with personal responsibility. Let's be responsible members of society. And let me say this, let me be on record. Each and every one of us, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, or any faith that you belong to, we have all been told from childhood to be respectful to elders. When I was young, growing up in the village, if an elderly person see the child of someone else doing something that is bad, that parent will discipline that individual. If you cry and go back to the house and report to your parents that so-so person has flogged me or has beaten me, and you were asked what did he do and you narrate, some parents will even beat you even more. But we are completely deviating from that. And I don't think society will be kind to us if we continue policing this country in that manner. Issues about diatribe, violent rhetorics, insulting our elders, insulting our leaders must have to desist in this country. And I am saying this, there will be no selective justice. Rule for one, rule for all. And if anyone dare to challenge this statement from the Inspector General of Police, as soon as we finish this press briefing, you can go in the air and start insulting elders of this country. We will not relent. We will execute our functions as law enforcement elements of this country.
Thank you, General. Thank you.
Issues relating to land dispute, more especially from us, the Kombongas. Land dispute, 80–85% of it in this country happens in the Kombos here. Incidentally, I am an indigenous member of the Kombo community. But again, also, we want to make it very clear. I came from a lineage of traditional rulers. My father was an Alcalo. His father was an Alcalo. Today, it's my own brother who is an Alcalo from my own community. But let this message be very clear to all traditional rulers. If you issue out land to multitude of innocent people, all having their authentic documents, where litigation is the only solution, we will not be kind with you. Equally, the relevant authorities that are responsible to issue out land documents, you have 3, 4, or sometimes 5 people, all of them having valid document from one office. Are you not knocking the heads of individual innocent people together? This must have to stop. And again, we will not be lenient with anybody who is found wanting or perpetrating this act. We got to sanitize the society, and in doing so, all hands must be on deck, and we count on you, the media, to support us in this area. Drug trafficking and peddling. Of recent, there are very many successes of apprehensions at Banjul International Airport and sometimes even at our land frontier. That means we may not be a source, but the country is a transit. And here, the efforts of relevant authorities at Banjul International Airport needs to be commended. It goes without saying that syndicates, cartels, whether you are already operating here or you have plans to come and operate here on transit, final destination, we are on your watch. I will ensure that robust laws governing the control of drugs and illicit drugs in this country are executed to the fullest. Threats to national security, of course, includes drug trafficking, transnational organized crime, which is mainly perpetrated either within or at our entry and exit points. I want to conclude by appealing sincerely to Gambians to continue supporting the Gambia Police Force in our quest to make Gambia safe for all, irrespective of your race, gender, social status, creed, or political affiliation. I reaffirm my administration's commitment to the Gambia Police Force, and our mission is to provide an excellent service, protecting and serving the people of Gambia and others that are resident here. Once again, we count on you to accompany us all the way to realize this mission. I appreciate your kind attention. Thank you very much.